Okay, so Sarah got a camera and she's gonna start vlogging, is that
So
right?
if you guys comment below and say Sarah vlog on this video, then I will start vlogging.
Say Sarah eats dogs.
No, don't say that.
Cheers, good morning, happy Friday. I'm taking you guys along for another land investing day in the life. Today's an exciting day. Today's first off my learning day. We're gonna talk about that. We're running 18 miles today. We're gonna talk about that. We've got a call coming up here with Ajay. We're gonna be talking acquisition manager training. I'm gonna see if I can record some of that and share some tidbits. Let's go. Friday. It's hot in Vegas. It's a perfect day. Just finished that call with Ajay, and I actually didn't record it because there was just some really impressive value and nuggets that Ajay dropped on me that I don't know if you'd want me sharing with the rest of the world. But Ajay is such an amazing guy. Met with his operator, Ben. We met back at a Learn Land event October of last year and just have really hit it off ever since. One of the things that he said on the call, which was probably the most flattering compliment I'll hear all day or all week, he says, what did you guys do to make the Leah community so gosh darn active? Like, why is it so engaged, so enthused, such a buzz in there? And honestly, I don't really know why. All I know is like, when building things, when creating businesses, I always think about doing the unscalable, at least initially, right? And like inside the Leah program, inside the community, we've done the unscalable, and we'll probably continue to do that for the foreseeable future. And so the people that are inside the program have gotten such a ridiculous level of service and value that I think that goes a long way, right? I think people discount service, value, especially other land coaches out there. Now, I love Learn Land, I love Clint, I love Ajay, I love all those guys. That's probably the one group that I would really stand behind. The rest of y'all, you guys forgot about the service side of things. Anyways, today's my learning day. Really, I'm diving into this book here, which is the No BS Trust-Based Marketing. Dan Kennedy is a wizard, man. I love everything Dan Kennedy. Most of us are in a direct response business. Land investing is a direct response business. Even the land investing coaching side of things, that's a direct response business in a sense. And so any of Dan Kennedy's materials, phenomenal for copywriting, for direct mail, marketing channels, acquiring customers, building trust. Definitely recommend any of his material. And the next thing that I'm going into is I joined a program that's all based around creating funnels and VSLs, video sales letters, Facebook ads. And I'm way behind the curve. Like I've been in this program. I paid 10 grand for this program like a month and a half ago, and I've barely made any progress in it. So I'm going to carve out time to dive deep. And this is something I've wanted to do for a while, is just make every single Friday, once a month, twice a month, depending on my schedule, a straight learning day. So let's get to it. I'm pumped. You're probably like, Sumner, what happened to your hair? It happened. I did it. I didn't want to do it, but I did it. My girlfriend was like, dude, you got to take those braids out. I had cornrows. I had a mullet. It was disgusting. I had dreadlocks that were created up in the back. So I didn't comb it. Like it was pretty out of control. I got a marathon in 2 weeks. I keep on talking about that. I sound such like a boasting asshole when I say that. I'm just saying it because I wanted to cut my hair before the marathon. I didn't need all those luscious locks blowing in the wind. Honestly, it's probably trimmed like 15 seconds, pun intended, off of my race time. So yeah, cut the hair, feels amazing. Found a cool barber here in Vegas yesterday. Figured I would address what needs to be addressed. Okay, we got the first meal of the day. I need to load up on calories today. I'll probably burn, I don't know, 2,000, 2,500 calories on this run today. One of the interesting things that I'm always battling is burning a ton of calories. Probably burn 4,000 to 4,500 calories a day, but also not liking to eat a lot. And why do I not like to eat a lot? Well, if you look at a lot of the great thinkers of our time, Thomas Edison, Ben Franklin, Napoleon, these guys that were bending the reality to, meet their will. A lot of these guys, if you look at how they lived, they ate very, very small meals. Why is that? Well, I think when we eat small meals or when we fast, cognitively, we're working at a higher level. And so in the mornings when I'm in my zone, I really try to minimize how much food I have in me. I don't like being digesting a ton of food. So this is a really simple smoothie. It's got berries in it. It's got some dates in it. It's got some coconut chunks in it. It's got protein powder. It's got this like dried sweet potato powder for some additional carbs. I gotta get a lot of carbs in me today. And I think that's pretty much it. A little bit of ice. So this is a good meal. It's pretty light. It's got some peanut butter in it too, because I love peanut butter. But this won't be digesting for a long time in me, right? It'll kind of flush through me pretty quickly. which I really, really like for the cognitive aspect. All right, I've been watching trainings on webinars and Facebook ads, and weirdly enough, my Facebook account is still banned from selling lands on it like 3 or 4 years ago, and I can't do anything with it. Still banned. Tried making a new Facebook account, but Facebook's too dang smart. It linked it to my old account, which is super annoying, all from using the marketplace on there. But my pre-run meal is going to be a weird one. We've got some leftover rice here that we're going to be cooking. Some really, really good grass-fed short ribs that we got from this really cool butcher here in Vegas. Some Japanese sweet potatoes or yams. I never really know the difference. I have no idea how to cook short ribs, but I'm going to throw some coconut oil, some garlic, some onion in a pan, and I think good things are going to happen. I might be saying, Sumner, what have you been working on this learning day? The real thing that I'm working on is a pretty cool about 45-minute to 60-minute presentation that I'm going to be putting together. Loosely, it's going to be called the 5 steps to building a 6 or even 7-figure land investing business. It's going to be really, really cool. I'm excited to put it together. We should have it live by the end of April, and we'll probably release it to the folks inside our Discord, inside our email list first. So if you guys want to get access to that, click the link down below. You can join our free land investing Discord. And then once you join in there, you'll get an invite to join the Leah Insiders list, which is like our weekly newsletter. And you'll get access to the webinar that way. It's going to be awesome. Right there, ladies and gentlemen, that is a meal fit for a king. Short ribs, potatoes, guacamole sauce, rice, pre-run nutrition. I eat out of a bowl because savages eat out of bowls. You can get more food in there. I love bowls. I love spoons too. Spoons are superior. All right, we just got our ice bath in from Lumi Recovery Pod. Pretty sick. Got it set up in the backyard. You guys haven't seen, we got a trampoline back there too, which is dope. A great investment. So yeah, we're gonna fill this up with water. It's got like some kind of insulated material, so we'll see how long it actually stays cold. It's starting to get warm here in Vegas, but we're gonna rip this weekend. Super pumped. All right, it's go time. Oh, what a gorgeous day in the neighborhood. I tell you what, Vegas, you are making me love it here. Absolutely beautiful. All right, I'm going to tell you something about this car. So I absolutely love this car. This was my dream car. When I was 16, my mom took me, funnily enough, to spend my birthday at a Tesla dealership because I just thought they were the coolest thing ever. I love cars, and I just thought this is the future. Ended up being able to go on a test drive in a Model S, and I thought it was the fastest thing in the world. At that point, probably was the fastest car I'd ever been in. So last year I had the good fortune to be able to pick up my dream car, which was a Tesla Model X P100D. Super fun, and the thing is so fast, it makes your head spin. The one thing about this car, though, is it has, in my opinion, the worst navigation system known to man. It's so weird. They do so many things right, but the navigation is terrible. So I'm using the navigation system to try to get me to this running spot. I guarantee you I'm going to miss a few turns along the way. It happens to me all the time. I don't know, maybe it's just a me thing. If anyone else owns a similar car out there, you feel the same way, or am I just a dunce? I don't know. I'm not going to lie, I got those pre-run jitters. It's like going to battle with yourself. 18 miles, I haven't done that in a very, very long time. And in fact, I think the last few times, or maybe all the times I've ran that far, I've always ran in a group with friends, and I got no one to do this with. Sarah definitely doesn't want to do it with me. All my friends, for the most part, that like running are back in San Diego. So we're going out by me, myself, and my lonesome. But honestly, some part of me kind of likes that. All right, Tesla. So yeah, it's going to be epic. I'll take you guys along for the ride. It's a gorgeous day here in Las Vegas. Let's go. All right, guys, I'm about 8 miles into the run. I stored some water bottles in my car, so just ran back, got some water. I'm gonna be honest, I don't effing want to do this. This sucks, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And I got something really interesting that I was thinking about on this run that I'm gonna share with you guys when I'm back in the car. I'm gonna go power out these last miles. That was awful. They're not always gonna be easy. It's not always gonna be easy. Even the things you love to do. I chickened out. Can I cuss on here? I effing chickened out. I want to cuss. Just last month, I was only able to run, I think 7 miles cumulative for the month. And then the month before that was like 4 miles. My ankle really set me back when I sprained it. I've been kind of inching it up. Ran 20 miles this week, 2 separate 10-mile runs. I think I'm like, all right, I'm good for 18. And I was in a world of pain. I did a half marathon, so 13.1 miles at about a 9-minute 50 pace. And yeah, disappointed in myself, honestly. I think I didn't give myself enough time to rest. I ran on Tuesday, about 48 hours of rest. I just don't think my body was acclimated to that kind of volume. And yeah, a little bummed, but was still fun nonetheless. Beautiful day out, got to explore some really nice trails. Really, really pretty out here, like running through the desert. A lot of running on dirt, which I like. Feels a lot like just lower impact, feels better in my body. But anyways, I'm going to go soak in my disappointment. Just kidding, I won't let it bother me that much. I'm going to go and get back home, see if I can get some ice in that ice bath, hit an ice bath, let my knees cool off, take Sarah out to dinner tonight, maybe go get some dessert, because it's well deserved, and get ready for tomorrow. We're going to go out to, oh God, what's it, Valley of Fire, I think what it's called. It's like a really cool, I think it's a state park, lots of good hiking. We're just gonna have ourselves a day. But what I was thinking about during that run that I wanted to share with you guys, I think is super fascinating. Like, I've got this bias towards always looking for analogies. I think analogies they're everywhere. And everything is interrelated, in my opinion. There's no separation in life, zero. And I'm on this run, and this is how it always goes. I'm fired up before the run. I'm so excited. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna push my limits. I'm gonna hit a PR. I'm gonna feel so good. And then that excitement dissipates. You hit a dip. The first 1 to 5 miles always suck. They always freaking suck. There's just no way around it. And then you break through. Usually about the 5-mile mark for me, something changes. The endorphins start flowing. I start feeling good. I'm like, oh no, I got this. I get the second wind. And I get reinvigorated. And that's usually how all my runs go. So much so that I've just come to expect that, and I just know the first 30, 40 minutes are going to suck, and it'll get better. And honestly, I see this in every other endeavor in my life. Every business I've started, every project I've ever taken on, every relationship, there's this initial excitement, and then what Seth Godin calls in his book, The Dip, you hit this natural dip. 1 to 6 months into land investing, you hit that dip. Can I do this? Is this going to work? Do I like this? This is harder than I thought. That excitement dissipates. And the lucky few, the few that have that X factor, that stick around, reap all the rewards. They reap all the rewards. Why do you think most people say they don't like running? Because they run 1 to 5 miles. They never give themselves that opportunity to break through and actually realize their inner strength, actually realize that there's gold on the other end. And that's everything in life. Like, after coaching so many land investors, I see it time and time again. I call it that 6 months into your business is no man's land. It's hard. You're not seeing the results. You're putting in the work. There's not the output that's correlated to the input that you're putting forth every day. You're planting these seeds, but you're not harvesting anything, but it comes around. All the results stack up way in the end of your career. You look at Warren Buffett, his wealth has been created in the last 20 years of his life. At the age of 30, he was worth $10 million. Now he's worth tens of billions, and that all happened later in his life, right? That's just a product of being in the game long enough. I see it with everything. So it's just a good reminder for myself and for everyone that the magic happens the longer you stay in the game. So long as you're playing the right game, right? A game that you like and a game that's actually can be a good vehicle to take you where you're going. And if you pick the right vehicle, it's just about sticking in it. Sticking in it, iterating, improving, and not giving up. It's so corny, but it's so fucking real. There you go, I said it. But that will always put a smile on my face. This car is so freaking fast. It's insane. It's just mind-bending. It's like a 6,000 pound SUV, and it pulls like a freight train, 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. And it's so available. Like, it's just at a moment's notice, you just breathe on the throttle and you're gone. So grateful, man. This thing puts a smile on my face. Look at the drip. Look at the drip. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Woo!
You look pretty drippy too, my love. Look at this. I got a whole ass man.
Sarah and I both love Thai food. Sarah probably more than I. We're gonna go to what's allegedly the best Thai place.
Mutual love.
Yeah, best Thai place in Las Vegas. So I'm gonna put you guys to bed now, okay? But I want to see you in the morning. We got a lot of cool things planned. This is gonna be a 2-part day in the life. So I'll see you in the morning. Love you. Good morning. How are you? What's up, beautiful? Good to see you. This morning, Saturday morning. That's the morning. This is the morning. This is the morning where we clean the house. Doing some much needed cleaning here. We've got ingredients on the way to make crepes, some lemon powdered sugar crepes. Gonna be delicious. Then we're headed out to Valley of Fire State Park, National Preserve, one of the two, not quite sure. It's on the way over to Utah, so east of here. Never been there before. Gonna go do some hiking, some photography, all that jazz. It's a beautiful day. It's about 80 degrees in Las Vegas, one of the first warm weeks we've had since living here, which is super, super exciting. How you take care of your space, it's how you feel emotionally, mentally, all that stuff. So big priority coming home to get everything cleaned up. Oddly, both Sarah and I enjoy cleaning. Get a cleaner once a month, but outside of that, I actually like doing the cleaning. It's very meditative. Big shout out to Alzina for joining the LEA program. I just want to set the record straight. If you guys are looking to start your land investing business or career and you're on a budget, right? You think the flagship group coaching program is too expensive or it's just not what you need in the here and now, we have a standalone course that covers A to Z land investing and building a land investing business that you guys can get for $2,500. It's at the link down below. You get lifetime access to it. You get access to all of the discounted tools inside the program. So it's a great value if you're like, hey, Sumner, I want to dip my toe into this. I'm not ready to commit to a coaching program. That is an option for you guys as well. So about 90% of people that are in our community are in the group coaching program. But I know there's folks that either just don't need the coaching or they're working on a budget and they want to allocate the rest of their capital to putting into their business opposed to coaching. So that is always an option. So Alzina, great to have you with us. Sarah and I are about to go and head out to the Valley of Fire. We're going to take you along. Well, change of plans. Looks like the Valley of Fire is closed due to flooding, holiday, I don't know, one of the two. Sarah's quite disappointed. But we're out here at Red Rocks National Preserve, which is so stunning. It's one of those places that you would never expect is in Vegas. It's nuts. So we're going to go hiking out here. It's super, super busy with the holiday weekend. But it's a gorgeous day out. You've been dripping lately.
I know.
Fit on point.
I'm trying to blend into the like a cactus.
Why do we have folks inside the LEA group coaching program making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month in their land investing business after being inside our program for only a year? It's because what we're doing is unlike anything else in the land investing market. If you are interested in scaling a 6 or even 7-figure land investing business, click the link to schedule a call down below to speak with myself and the team. Talk soon. All right, we're out here and we're talking about Sarah's business. And as you guys know, this channel is really all about building businesses, entrepreneurship, land investing. For you guys that don't know, Sarah runs a pretty big coaching business that she's been running for 6 years. And I always like hearing people's raw, authentic take on building businesses. So I'll put you on the spot, babe.
Okay.
3 pieces of advice for new entrepreneurs. Doesn't matter what business they're in. They could be starting a land investing business. They could be a fitness coach. They could be starting an auto body shop. Okay. What are your 3 tidbits? Concise, to the point, rapid fire.
Okay, tidbit 1 is the customer is the priority.
Yep.
So you want to make your customers happy. It's going to be your key factor in having a successful business because you'll get referrals, word of mouth, which is super important, especially if you have an online business.
Yeah. Alex Ramosi talks about how word of mouth is like the only thing that can compound.
Yeah.
Like if you spend $1 on ads, you get $3 back, but you're only going to get $3 back again if you spend $1 on ads. But like word of mouth is like network effects.
Yeah. For
It's like
sure.
literally how social media has grown. So super powerful. Number two.
Number 2, the beginning is going to be the toughest part, and
Yeah.
it's going to be slow, so be patient.
I would say this. The
You can
beginning
give up.
is going to be the most exciting part. The middle part is going to be the most boring part, where most people give up 1 to 12 months in. There's always excitement starting. That's what we were talking about earlier in this video. But if you stick it out past that awkward dip, good stuff happens.
Yeah, I think the beginning can be hard though, because a lot of people start, especially nowadays, people will start businesses just here, there, because they'll see other people online doing it.
Yeah.
But you're not going to have an overnight success with building a business, because you do need social proof. Whether it's a product or a service, you need social proof. You need word of mouth. You need people talking about what you're doing. And that's not going to happen in a week.
Nope.
Okay.
Point
Number 3, don't be afraid to invest back into your business. I've paid so much for mentorship.
I mean, what did you pay yesterday for mentorship?
Well, to this one mentor, I've now paid $36,500
In 1
in
year.
a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think whenever I
The link
invest
to the
in
Leah
myself-
program is down below, by the way.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
If you're in the land field, this man means business. He's always working to make his services better for the people in his program. But just in general, whenever I've invested in myself, my business has grown. It reiterates to yourself that you know what you're capable of.
Yeah, it's a sign
you'll
to yourself
learn.
and to the world that you're taking it seriously.
That's also
Thank you, fella. You have the same camera. That's small world. Yeah, you're reiterating to yourself that A, you're worth it, that this is something you're taking seriously. When you have money in the game, you pay attention, right? You pay to pay attention.
Yep.
And I think the last point too is that like there is no better ROI that I personally found than investing in skill sets.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure, S&P 500, you make 7 to 9% a year. Investing into skills, we're talking about thousands of percents of return over your career. I mean, it's like almost impossible to compute how much you get out of it, and so many people are scared to do it. And I think it's a self-belief issue.
Yeah.
I challenge you, even in the worst case scenario, you'll still make outsized returns that are incomparable to any other investment. I've had good coaches, I've had bad coaches. It's always panned out positively.
Yeah, I think every time, because I've had good coaches and bad coaches too, I've invested in coaching programs and I'm like, why the fuck did I do
And
that?
there's still a return.
But you'll still
There's something you
still
can
get
glean.
something out of it.
Whether it's a connection, it's a principle, it's a framework, it's a strategy
One
there.
idea that'll make
It
you
does not take much.
millions.
Yeah, it does not take much to make it profitable. When we have folks in the land investing business in the Leah program that literally back in the day when our program were $1,000 or $2,000 that have made $500,000. Some folks will make $1 million this year from a few $1,000s. It's unbelievable. So anyways, shameless plug.
Another part that we both do coaching, so we see this all the time. There's also people that'll come and they'll be like, oh, I'm not ready to invest, or I'm gonna just try it on my own. And then they'll come back a month, 2 months, 3 months later and be like, fuck, I wish I started sooner.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's cheesy, but time and energy. Those are the most finite resources on the planet. Everyone talks about time, but energy is a real finite resource as well. You only have so much energy. And if we look at shortening the learning curve from 6 months versus 36 months, not only is that a saving of time, it's a saving of energy. The truth is most people aren't going to stick it out and go through trial by fire. There are outliers out there. It's what I did with my business, but they're few and far between.
Yeah.
And
It takes
honestly,
a lot of patience to be that type of person.
yeah, a ton. And honestly, like,
And being okay with
looking
failure.
back, I'm like, my efforts would have compounded so much faster had I just put my ego aside.
Yeah.
There's two sides of the spectrum. There's people that have little self-belief and so I'm never going to invest in a coach. There's people that have so much ego that they're like, I don't need a coach. Both of those are mindsets that are dangerous in my opinion. Being somewhere in the middle where it's like, I believe in myself, but I know what I know I don't know things. Like, that's just the truth of it. And even today, there are still plenty that I don't know. We're gonna take the trail and we'll go through the canyon. Found water in the desert. It's been a really wet season out here.
Drink some water.
Well, neither of us brought water. Sarah needs a lemonade.
I need a diet lemonade from Chick-fil-A.
So I think we might call the hike here. Probably about 4 miles round trip. Beautiful. Pine trees out here, river flowing, all bunch of snow melt. the whole country, but Nevada too has been getting hit with snow. So
Which is good.
good. Lots of flooding though. Lots of snow melt. Absolutely beautiful up here.
Lots of greenery.
Lots of green. Time to get some well-deserved tacos. Taco Apache. Woo!
This is not the best horchata.
Horchata salsa's going down. Boom, boom. I just got a chili relleno burrito with adobado. Sarah's always watching our calories. So
No,
she got
I'm not.
the most boring.
It's
meal.
you know what?
Okay, so Sarah got a camera and she's gonna start vlogging. Isn't that
So
right?
if you guys comment below and say Sarah vlog on this video, then I will start vlogging.
Say Sarah eats dogs
No, don't say that.
in the comments down below.
No, don't say that. Say Sarah vlog with a smiley
Sarah
face.
dog.
You're happy?
Sarah's toxic trait is never finishing her food, and it makes me so upset.
I finished. That thing was huge.
I grew up in a family where if you didn't finish your food, you sat at the table until you finished it, and I'm still conditioned for it. Damn, guys, I just got hit by a major moment of gratitude. Sitting here on my stoop in front of the house, watching the sunset, and just reflecting on these last 3 years. Well, almost 4 years, I guess, ever since getting into the land investing business in 2019, and just all the crazy stuff that's ensued since then, stuff beyond my wildest dreams, and just feel so grateful, so freaking grateful. I was living in a 500 square foot apartment when I first started this business, handwriting all of the letters, taking every single call, buyers, sellers, taking dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of calls every single day, while I was working a full-time job as a sales guy in an agency. And yeah, never in my wildest dreams would I have thought this would have been the outcome in such a short period of time. And it's just a pretty cool moment, soaking up the sunset, and very, very grateful. So yeah, I wanted to share that. Also, I'm about to share with you guys a really, really cool flip that we're working on. I'm gonna take you guys inside. I'm gonna show you. We just got the photos back on it. Just ordered the survey. It's for a subdivided deal. So let's go take a look. And just before we do that, let's just take a moment. I'm telling you, Vegas, it's got its charms. I got to sell that car. I've had that car sitting there for too long. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. All right, so I'm gonna go over a really cool project in our land business. This is something that I alluded to, I think in the first or second vlog. It's a 60-acre subdivide that we're doing out in Texas. We just got the photos back from it last week. If you guys wanna take a look here. So this is what the lot looks like in its current form. Pre-subdivided, we haven't done any of the marketing for the subdivided lots. Now, it's got this weird stuff going on with dirt in the back. So I initially thought it was from like some drilling. This is Texas after all, that's what they do out there. Turns out the seller's father used to sell soil. So he used to literally go and take soil from the property and sell it. So it's got all this weirdness going on with the dirt. So we might have to sell it at a slight discount. What we're gonna be doing, taking the 60 acres, going into 6 10-acre lots. The reason that we're chopping it down into smaller increments is this is true for anything in life, right? Like if I go and buy 30 of these from the store in bulk, it might cost me $1 per can. If I go and sell them individually, let's say at a baseball game, I can sell them at $3 a can. So we're taking a big chunk of acreage that we're getting for a per acre price of about $4,500 and selling in smaller increments of acreage, getting a higher per acre price. So right now, 10 acres in this area are trading like 13 to 15K an acre. I think with the weird dirt stuff though, we might not be able to fetch that much on it. We're underwriting it at about $9,000 to $11,000 an acre. So let's go over the numbers. We're buying this deal for $285,000, okay? 60 acres, that's it. No back taxes, nothing like that. $285K for the property. We just got the quote of the survey yesterday. It's $8,000 for the survey, which is pretty expensive, but they're gonna give us, a survey is gonna essentially take it from 60 acres to 6 10-acre lots that we'll go and record with the county. About $5,000 in closing costs. That's what we're budgeting. It'll probably be a little bit less. That's closing costs on the acquisition side and the disposition side if we have to cover any closing costs. Marketing costs. So what we're looking at in terms of marketing here is getting photos done like this, paying for paid traffic for a flat fee MLS, which is going to cost us about $2,000. I think we spent $400 on these photos right here. So that's honestly a little optimistic. We'll probably save a little bit compared to that. So all in with this underwriting, we're in the deal for about $300,000. Okay, 285 grand purchase price, about 15K of random ancillary fees. Did I do that math right? Yes, 15K. that math is right. And I think actually somewhere along the way I messed up the math here because I'm reading this. Nope, that does make sense. Okay, 15K. Sell between 9,000 to 11,000 per acre. Okay, if we sell it at 9,000 an acre, it's $540,000 for the property. At 11,000 an acre, it's $660,000. So back of napkin math says we'll make about 240K on the absolute low end, or 360K on the high end. Pretty much net, right? Like there's some ancillary fees, cost of team, cost of acquisition of the marketing to actually get the seller lead. This seller lead came from a text campaign. Now, best case scenario, let's say things turn out really well, we sell it at 15K an acre, which would be a slam dunk, honestly. It'd be $900,000 at 15K an acre. Pretty unlikely. There are a lot of comps out here that support that. I just think with the weird dirt, it's going to be tough. This property also has road frontage on two sides, so access is going to be really, really clean. If we do sell it at 15K an acre, which would be amazing, we'll walk away on this deal with $600,000, which would be an incredible deal. So we've been working this subdivide strategy for a long time. We've got a lot of other sellers in our pipeline that we're going to be kind of going through the motions with. This looks like the first one that's going to drop. This looks like the one that's closest to the finish line, which is really exciting. If this makes no sense to you, like Sumner, what the heck are you talking about, and you want to learn more about building a land investing business, go down below. You can join our free Discord. We've got, I think last time I checked, 386 other land investors in our community that are doing stuff just like this, day in and day out. There's guys that have been inside of our program that will do 7 figures this year. So if you guys like these deal reviews, I want to make more of them. I figure it's kind of cool. If you hated it, you can let me know in the comments. Anyways, I think we're going to call it a night here. I'm going to get back to some messages inside the Discord group. We got a couple of members that are literally like 2 months into the program working some crazy deals. Anthony Reese, shout out to you. He's working a deal in Arkansas. It's a buy for $73,000. Looks like it's going to be a sell for like $140,000 to $150,000, which is pretty cool. So we're trying to get that deal funded for him right now. We're going to make some steaks, eat some potatoes. What's that show we've been watching on TV?
Oh, shoot. I don't remember. It's a detective show
in
the
British
UK.
Detective show in the UK. Pretty good. So we'll probably watch that, go to bed early. We're both super insanely jet lagged. So the goal is to actually wake up early tomorrow. It has not happened since we've been back. We slept until 9 a.m. today, which is like pretty rare for us. And Sarah just took an hour and a half nap. It's 7:30. So we're going to call it a night. If you guys like this video, subscribe, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next one.